Good morning, everybody. Wee Paddy back again this morning. Back at you again with a wee Rough Rider. Look, as you know, I'm not spending a whole lot of money on knives. Yes, I am spending, and I'm being quite particular of what I'm spending my larger amounts of money on. But this morning I'm bringing you Rough Rider, which is a super brand, super knives, and the knives that I actually do collect myself. So that's the reason I'm doing it. But there's an awful lot of people furloughed from work or don't have the money, and the nice way to sort of refresh your week is to get a wee knife. And to me, it doesn't matter what the value of the knife is, it's sometimes just getting a little knife. So I make no apologies for doing more budget knives recently, and that will continue until this all sort of settles down a wee bit. So what have I got for you this morning? I got a lovely Rough Rider, as it says on the box, and it's the RR 1987. Now, I'm going to put that over there. This knife, I'll just bring it out and show you. There you go. It's a Kamp King, K-A-P, K-A-M-P, K-I-N-G, Kamp King, as is on the knife, and that beautiful shield. Really beautiful shield, bone handled. There's quite a lot of, there's 4 different layers on there, and with the spacers, there's probably about, well, let me just see how many bits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 different bits of material squashed together into that little knife. And look how well that is made. Now, this is a budget knife. This is a budget knife that comes at a price that most of us can afford. So there's a little bit of gappage, not much, but look at it round the bone and the edges here. How lovely that is made. Look how well them blades have been put in there. This is just a stunning bit of material. Now, Knife Chats with Tobias, he has so many Scout knives and the likes of these that I felt nearly badgered. I'm not a great lover of multi-bladed knives, as you know. 2 at the most normally, and that's about me. I have made some exceptions recently, and I'll talk about that. But this, I got this with a specific purpose. You know, I'm redoing my day pack for when I go out to the woods or down to the beach or whatever. I want to do a bit of cooking, a bit of whatever. So I'm making up tools to fit that purpose that I can just leave in the bag. This is going to be one of them. This is going to be one of them because it has the things that you need. Let's see what blades it actually does have. There you are. The can opener, bottle opener. And on this side, a good size, and this comes fully down, a good size screwdriver and bottle opener. That's just more of the can opener, isn't it? But a lovely screwdriver and really well milled. Really good, really good. And then on the opposite side of it, you have, now this is, look, they even gone to the detail of carving this in there. Look, you've got an absolutely beautiful awl that comes out to the end. Beautiful. It is sort of sharpened. I could do that more if I wanted, but I know owls, and that's perfectly good enough for me. Perfectly good enough. Good owl. For boring holes in wood or whatever you want to do. And then you have the main blade, which is, let me just, look, there's no movement in that whatsoever. None. None. Now, it's not a huge blade. It's a cutting edge of just under 2.5 inches, and it's just over 2.5 inches long. But that's perfect. That will do perfect for little camp chores. So that's the reason I bought this knife. But let me tell you, isn't that just ridiculous? They've got half stops and all the little tools even. I mean, that takes work. I mean, they're not just put there at a second thought. Listen to that. Look. I mean, that's extra work that's put into a really, really budget knife. Absolutely great. So, I mean, I dare you I challenge anybody to get a knife that's better made for what it is and for that price. I just don't think there's much possible. These tiny gaps don't mean anything because the tools that they're holding I've already brought out, and they're solid. They're absolutely solid. Absolutely. There's a little bit of wiggle in that, but look, the knife is perfectly still. And I have to be honest, it's just a lovely little knife. And again, I can hang it on the outside if I want. I can put a little clip on there, just clip it on the outside of my pack, where it means I've got it whenever I need it to cut anything, to cut open a... I mean, this is the sort of thing, that wee blade is just going to... Well, could it cut open food? Not really, I wouldn't use it for that. I could use it for eating food, there's no doubt about it. Definitely that. But just opening up the packages you have, open up cans that you have in your pack for a day pack, or wherever you take your stuff out to the forest. Mine will probably be down by the beach most. So, but I just wanted something that I could leave. Look, if you're like me, sometimes you go out and you forget a knife, especially if you're going to go camping. This is the best time for forgetting a knife. So it's always nice to have a backup. And I usually have about 2 backups at the minimum, because I am so haphazard when I pack things. But I have to say, really, really pleased with this. I'm really pleased with that knife. That is a good, solid little knife with a good grip. It's got the tang there, so it's not going to close on you. It's just a 440C. I'm just doubling it, not 440C, 440A razor sharp. What's it like out of the box? Usually with the Rough Riders, they're it's pretty good. And let me tell you, Rough Rider very, very rarely let you down. Oh, it just knocked me little Union Jack over. That was kind of given to me by one of the subs. So there you go. A lovely little camp knife. I have to say, for me and for the price that you pay for it, I get this in Heine Haynes. And don't forget, we have our discount code. I'll have that down below. So let's just see what it compares to that I have. Let me give you an overall length on it too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6¼ inches long. And I'll just give you a weight. Because it is a multi-bladed, I'll give you the weight on it just so that we can see what weight it is. And in ounces, it is 4 ounces. That's not bad. For a 4-bladed knife, 4 ounces is pretty good. That is pretty good. So what's it like? Here's another one I've just got recently. It's a Rough Rider. This is in VG10, and this is their Stockman. So it's about, well, they're exactly the same size. Here's another one that you'll all know. This is a Swiss Army knife, and this is the Pioneer, which is a bigger blade on it. But again, a nice addition on a camp knife. It's a little bit bigger. You've got a bigger blade on this. The blade cutting length on this, well, no, it's about 2.5 inches. So the cutting length is not that much difference between that and the Pioneer. So you're getting a good substantial blade. As you know, this knife does a lot. That didn't look as big. But there you go. There it is up beside you. There's not much difference to them. And it's actually a fatter blade. So very, very useful blade. Even more useful now that I've seen that. I'm going to put a bit of use in this, and then I'll come back and I'll probably do a review on it. Here's another knife that I'm sure you've seen recently on my channel, which is more the same. Well, this is a double-bladed knife. This is a small pen blade and a Wharncliffe blade. And this is the GEC number 62 Easy Open Congress from Mike's Knives up the top there. I'll put his details down below. This is his SFO, which is a special factory order. So there you are. There's your nice knife to have, and there's your knife you can abuse if you're going out for the day in the woods. How cool looking is that? That really is. That's going to be my Instagram picture today. Isn't that really cool? Really, really cool. God, I'm so easily pleased. And the trouble is, if you're easily pleased like me, when you get a little Rough Rider like this, and I'll take these out of the way now. When you get a little Rough Rider like this, it is just a kick in the pants. It just gives you that little, good morning, Stephen, all is well with the world, you have a new knife. This holds nice in the hand and can definitely be used really nice in the hand, actually. So, would I recommend this? Yes, it's a couple of tiny little faults. Well, the only tiny little faults is there in the back. A couple of little gaps. But the knife is solidly built that I am not in the slightest bit worried. Love the pick bone, or not the pick bone, the jig bone. Really, really nice. Love that shield. And the fact that it has Kamp King on it is even better. So, for a budget price, and look, there's no point me giving you a price because all over the world, Rough Rider are different prices. We pay a bit extra over here because they have to be delivered, obviously, over to here from the States. Smoky Mountain Knife Works makes them, as you know. and they're guaranteed for life. I could, if you have any problems, you just contact Smoky Mountain Knife Works and they sort you out. I mean, that is just, apart from your local retailer, if there was anything wrong, they would do it anyway. But you just can't go wrong for that. Back for life for, a $20, $30 a pound knife. I know they're cheaper in the States, but hey, we have to pay a wee bit dearer. But I highly recommend this knife. Beautiful knife, good solid bail. I've even tried moving that. It's solid. It's not a wobbly little bail. That is great for hanging on. Stick a bit of paracord in the clip and hang it on the pack. There you go, folks. I think that's a great buy. Highly recommend it. As I say, don't forget you're going to get the discount code from Heine. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, take care, everybody. Paddy's away for a wee cup of tea. And we'll see you very shortly with another knife. Take care. Bye-bye now.